Okay, what is going on, everybody? What is up? Welcome, everybody, to the final day of streaming before we hit a slew of new releases. That is right. Today will be the final day where we're kind of doing, ongoing chill gameplay and some retro fun and stuff like that, throwback stuff, before we get to the really interesting new stuff coming out tomorrow. All right. So today is Monday, the 22nd of April, 2019. What is up, everybody? Hopefully you all had a good weekend, a good Easter weekend. For those who celebrate it. If not, hope you just had a good weekend in general. I had a decent weekend streaming with all of you. And, we wrapped up a few things. Particularly, finishing up World War Z. Finishing up my last major stream of Phoenix Wright. Starting up Donkey Kong Country 3, which was good, and doing some chill stuff like, MLB and Blackout and the like. So it's been good. A good weekend. Looking forward to today, and of course, like I said, the big lead-in to the new releases tomorrow, of course. So, what is up? Let's talk about what you guys can expect today for the rest of the week. And heading into May, because we got a lot of good stuff going on in May. It's going to be a good month, okay? So, today I'm going to be continuing on with Donkey Kong Country 3. As of yesterday, I beat about 3 worlds in the game, and I don't know how many actual worlds there are in the game. Never played it before. It's, again, the first time I'm playing one of these classic retro throwback platformers. And, I would say Donkey Kong Country 3... although it's not super easy, at the same time, it certainly doesn't seem anywhere near as challenging as Donkey Kong Country 2. Alright, 2 was really, really difficult. Alright. So 3 is pretty good, in my opinion. But I'm not sure exactly, if it'll get any harder or whatever. And I also don't know how long it is. I played it for about 4 hours yesterday, and like I said, I beat about 4 worlds. I don't actually know how many worlds there are in the game. And a lot of people have said, well, you 100% it. Well, it seems to me like it's going to be pretty tough to 100%. There's a few, secrets and challenge areas that, number one, they're not easy to find, okay? And number two, would require a lot of backtracking at this point. So I don't know if I'm going to 100% the game. I'll do my best, but I don't honestly think I'm going to, backtrack fully to do all the side stuff. We'll see, though. We'll see how it goes with today's session in particular. Another 4 hours. How far do I get into the game, okay? Because I've finished the game, then it's like, damn, maybe I'll go back and try to get all the stuff, Tonight, I'm going to be doing... excuse me. Tonight, I'm going to be doing some Minecraft. This will be the last major Minecraft stream. That I'll be doing for a long time, okay? FYI, with the new releases coming out this week, the chill games that I've been doing are not going to be around very often, especially with the 2 new releases coming out within a few days, and both of them are going to pretty much be lengthy and have a lot of content to them. It'll be very hard for me to mix in the nighttime chill streams, okay? So this weekend has kind of been like the last hurrah for the chill stuff for a bit, as we get heavily into new releases until they think, we start finishing those up. Then you'll see the chill games, get rotated back into the chill stream kind of nighttime stuff, okay? So tonight will be some Minecraft, okay? What am I going to do? Well... in Minecraft, more than likely, we're going to do some more exploration, because I did this all last time I played it, and it ended up being pretty fun. Mr. Pravavera wrote me a few guides to check out, and I think I'm going to try to read them, hopefully, before the second stream starts. I'll try to jump in there and read them as much as I can, and try to figure out exactly what I want to do, because apparently, if I want to make potions, that would basically make exploration a lot easier, especially underwater exploration. I need to go to the Nether again. And I kind of thinking maybe it would make sense to go to the Nether, because now I have really high-grade armor with tons of protections. But at the same time, I'm nervous about getting lost again and getting fucked up. That'd not be good. So I don't know. Maybe we'll just explore the world again, look for new biomes. I don't know what I'm going to do tonight. Maybe I'll just relax. Maybe we'll just have a chill stream where we just talk and I relax and I harvest stuff for my animals. And I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. I'm on the fence about it. Okay? Maybe I'll try to go back to the village and make a way from the village to my settlement and try to get villagers over there. I don't know. I have not decided yet. Maybe we'll just decide on the fly tonight. Okay? So that's going to be tonight. Tomorrow, I'm starting up my coverage of MK11. Just to clarify, no, I'm not doing a midnight release of MK11. There's no reason to do these anymore. Just being very honest with all of you. For a couple reasons. I'll be very honest. Number one, back in the day, when I used to do this, on YouTube, before it was live streaming, but I mostly did this for YouTube. For a lot of the AAA releases, there was this feeling of huge hype. Right? Oh my God, the new Fallout's coming out. Oh my God, there's a GTA. Oh my God, there's a new first-person shooter. And it would be an awesome experience to go to the game store, not get these games digitally, but go to the actual physical game store like GameStop, pick the game up at midnight, come home, and play it for several hours while recording, and then upload immediately to YouTube. It was a really cool feeling because I was one of the few people who would do stuff like that. I would get the gameplay footage out before anybody else. And it would bring in viewership and it would bring in hype and everything. Sadly, in this modern era, it just doesn't happen anymore. People get the games way early. Way early. They get there's people who've been playing Mortal Kombat for days already. And so that hype, that initial hype of playing the game early is completely dead because of what publishers and marketing companies have done, providing these games to people way early. You get these elitist few who get to play the game, 3-4 days before anybody else. And so that initial hype of playing the game at launch is dead. It's already dead because you already got people who got paid to play these games early. That's number one. Number two, with the fact that now I have to live stream, okay? It's not like it used to be where I would just record offline and then I could sleep, and then I could just record again when I wake up because I've already got footage out. Now it's like people expect me here on a schedule. You want me here on my schedule for new release launches and stuff. So if that's the case, that means I need to get sleep. I can't be up till, 4 in the morning playing a game, go to sleep, and wake up again to be streaming at 10. See what I mean? So things have changed from back in the day when I used to do these midnight releases and everything like that. It sucks. It's kind of like the same way that release day unboxing went by the wayside, where back in the day, game publishers and marketing companies actually had fun content inside of the physical box of a game. So when you went and bought it, you would open it up and see all these promotions, see a cool instruction booklet, have stuff to read on the box. Now there's nothing. Now they're fucking empty. So there's no point in even picking up a physical copy of a disc anymore unless you're going to trade it in. There's no reason to do it. So honestly, times change. You know what I mean? And does it suck in some regards for those of us who've been around for over 10 years doing this? Yes. Back in the day, it was a lot nicer, I think, these new game releases. But you got to go with the times, right? So, being that most people are going to get this game digitally, being that most people who are super hyped for the launch already have seen other people playing it, there's no reason for me to do a midnight release, okay? So, I'm going to be playing Mortal Kombat 11 starting tomorrow on my usual streaming time, 10:15 a.m. Pacific time. And I'm going to be playing it all day long for 2 straight days. Tuesday and Wednesday will be all Mortal Kombat 11. I'm going to start off with the tutorial modes to try to understand the new gameplay mechanics of the game. Because when I played the beta, I didn't know what they were. And basically, I was thrown for a loop when I was trying to play this beta. And people were doing things like wake-up attacks and air recovery and rolling. I was like, what the hell is this? This has never been in Mortal Kombat before. So I don't know what's going on. Okay? So I will definitely be playing the tutorial first. It just makes sense, okay? Then after that, we'll probably be jumping into the story mode. This is a traditional mode for NetherRealm games. The last 4 games they've released, including Mortal Kombat 9 and 10, as well as Injustice 1 and 2. This is one of the best modes. It's very entertaining. It's fun to watch. It's fun to play. For me, it's fun because not only is there a fun story, but you get immersed into a variety of gameplay because you get to play as a large grouping of the characters during the story mode. So that's going to be my primary focus. Once the story mode is completed, then I'm going to see what other offline gameplay there is, whether it's the challenge towers or maybe just go into training mode with a few characters I want to mess around with. And of course, the crypt. The crypt is the optional area where you go with the in-game currency or whatever it's called in this one, who knows. that you earn via playing various game modes. So just beating the story, you're going to earn a bunch of currency for this crypt, I'm sure. You go in there, you unlock tons of stuff. The last game actually had jump scares and fun optional stuff. You could get different stages. You could get different outfits that were unlocked. Good stuff. So we're going to check that out. And then, of course, I'm going to be doing online play. Of course. It's a fighting game. Of course, you're going to play the game online against other humans, right? So all that coming Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, or excuse me, Tuesday and Wednesday. I completely misspoke. 2 straight days of Mortal Kombat 11 hardcore coverage. I hope you guys will join me for this. I love covering new fighting games. NetherRealm games are some of the biggest ones, and I'm pumped for it. I hope you guys are pumped for it too. Okay? Now, I'm off on Thursday, okay? And I'll be back on Friday with the premiere of Days Gone. Another big hype game this week. Zombie apocalypse, motorcycling, interesting stuff. We'll see how those two combine into a formula that works or doesn't. I don't know. Sony is hyping this game a lot, so I guess we're going to see how it turns out this Friday. I'll be playing Days Gone all day long on Friday, okay? Then starting on Saturday, I'm going to be balancing Days Gone with Mortal Kombat, and we're going to alternate. Maybe one day Days Gone will be the mainstream, and Mortal Kombat will be the nighttime stream. Maybe the next day we'll flip back, and that's how I'm going to approach it. Basically, for like the whole first week of May, it's going to be a balance between these two new releases. Okay? Once we finally get a good tear into both, and or we start to finish up coverage of them, because I don't know how long Days Gone is, and realistically, I don't know if Mortal Kombat 11 is going to be a game that I just really enjoy playing with the variety of characters, and I want to try different characters every day, you know what I mean, as I play online, or maybe I'll only hone in on a few characters that I like playing a lot, or maybe after a few sessions I won't like the game. I don't know. You know, you never know what's going to happen with a fighting game. It could go any way. But we'll see. And once I start finally, playing through these games many days, and we start to get near the end of them and or nearing the natural end of the coverage of them, then what I'm going to do is start working in the nighttime chill stuff again. So games like Black Ops 4 Blackout, Minecraft, The Return of Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations is a night stream, as well as, for the short term, MLB. I'll keep playing it for now, but I don't know, at length how much more I'm going to play it. We'll see, I guess. But those will probably be the chill games that will be interjected in with the other games as the daytime streams, okay? So that's the rough plan for the next 1 to 2 weeks, is cover the new releases heavily at launch. Then once they start to die down a little bit, balance those with more chill gameplay until more stuff comes out. Now, there is more stuff coming out in May. I don't know if you guys are aware or not, but there's Life is Strange Episode 3, Rage 2, and Team Sonic Racing that are releasing in May that I'm very interested in. Now, apparently there's other stuff too, but I haven't updated my gaming calendar since the beginning of the year. So I actually don't know what else is coming out in May. I'm sure as May approaches, you guys are going to be like, well, Phil, what about this game? What about this game? So I'm sure I'm going to be doing more than just those 3 games during the month of May. Trust me, okay? But we'll see how the month goes, and we'll balance that with the chill stuff. We'll find out. We'll see how it goes, all right? So I'm excited for May. I hope you guys are too. And like I said, if there is other stuff in May, I hope I hear about it so that I can cover it, because I've just been out of the loop. For me, quite frankly, the last few months have been very busy, in particular with my Connecticut trip and everything. So now that that's done, now I still feel like I'm just about now starting to catch up on everything from the Connecticut trip. Like finally here, we've finally caught up on laundry. We're doing the things in the house that like we're trying to catch up on. It's like finally I think we've caught up. We're getting back to the swing of things here. So at some point I'm gonna have to sit down and look at the release schedule and say, okay, here's what we've got, coming up for the next few months, and kind of update my calendar. But I just haven't had a chance to do so recently. Okay. All right. So there you go. Outside of all that stuff coming up, I don't think I have much else to talk about here on the pre-stream. I'm just trying to think, I think right now everyone's just really anticipating the new releases at this point. And we'll see how things go. But I am excited for the new stuff because I think, quite frankly, April's been a dead month. If you actually look at game releases and everything, it's been a very dead month. I was playing Sekiro and finishing that up, and if I wasn't doing that, I think it would have been even like one of the worst months ever. There's just nothing happening in gaming this month. It's been really slow. So excited that there's finally 2 big new releases coming out this week. All right, so outside of all that, everyone, I just want to say something. I said this last night on Twitter, but I kind of want to say it publicly on the stream today as well. I just want to say thanks for everything because, I don't feel like I say it enough, even though I try to say it a lot. I don't feel like I say it enough. I just want you guys to understand that the last 10 years of my life have been absolutely tumultuous, but they've also been amazingly fun. And, in particular, when it comes to what I do for a living here on streams, I love it. I love sharing my daily gameplay experiences with all of you. And even though there's lots of stress and there's lots of people who try to mess with me all the time and screw things up for me, last night I was just kind of sitting back. I was like, man, my job is fun. My job is something that's my passion. My job is my hobby, which is awesome because not many people get to do that. And I'm still here after 10 years of doing it. I'm still here. I'm still able to share these experiences with you guys on a daily basis. We got a big new release week coming up. I'm feeling hyped for it. I just got back from my wedding, which is amazing that I had a wedding with a beautiful woman who I love and I'm going to share the rest of my life with, and all this positive stuff happening. I'm just feeling really good. I'm like, this is great, and I just want to say thank you guys for making that happen. You may not realize it, just being here and watching the streams, right, makes that happen. Contributing makes that happen. Spreading the word about me and getting people to come watch my stuff makes that happen. And it is, a huge anomaly that this would even happen, that this would be my life, that I'd be able to do this. And I'm very grateful. Okay? So thank you very much for everything. And, let's keep this positivity rolling. Right now everything's good. So let's keep that positivity rolling and, have a really fun, week coming up of new releases and just have a good time. Let's get back to that. Let's get out of any kind of drama or negativity or worries about anything, and let's jump into future positivities. How does that sound? Sound good? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for 10 years. Thank you very much for 10 amazing years. If you love my daily live streams and you love the on-demand videos that I put out on DSPGaming on YouTube, and you want to see all of this stuff continue, there are many ways that you can support, because, by the way, the only reason I'm here is because of your support. Without it, I wouldn't be here anymore, okay? So, there's many ways you can support. The first, you can check out my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil. Your monthly pledges to my Patreon earn you personal perks, which are ways for me to give back. Things, for example, getting premium forum access. You can nominate and vote on games for special events. You can get your question answered on my bi-monthly Q&A show, Ask the King, right live on the stream. And by the way, the next show is happening next month, by the way. I should bring that up. Or you can even get a private Q&A video made where you can ask me anything, and for 20 to 30 minutes, I'll just go into massive detail in a video for you, or that you can share with others. It's totally up to you. Give it a look at patreon.com/darksidephil. It explains all the details. And thanks to anyone who currently contributes, and thanks to anyone who's considering contributing. Okay? I have a Teespring store where I sell all kinds of fun merchandise, primarily t-shirts, but there's other things there, including sweatshirts and hoodies, stickers and mugs, etc. Anything you buy from my Teespring store helps me out, but you get a cool collectible that I can attest to the quality of, because I own many of these shirts and a sweatshirt for about 2 years now, and they don't wear out. These things are very durable, good quality stuff, okay? Now, if you're here live on the stream and you want to get some interaction with me during today's stream, if you either cheer with bits or subscribe to my channel or tip me during today's stream, I will give you a verbal shout out during the stream, as long as you keep it positive and you don't bring in insults and drama and try to derail the stream. If you're wondering what what things are not allowed or are allowed, please check the stream rules right below the stream. They're listed there publicly on my channel. But anyway, yeah, as long as you keep it positive and within the rules, you're going to get some fun interaction with me on today's stream, okay? If you're curious on how to contribute, all you need to do is type in exclamation point and the method you'd like to contribute. If you want to sub, type in exclamation point sub into the stream chat. If you want to cheer, exclamation point cheer. If you want to tip me, exclamation point tip. And the commands will come up that explain all the details on these contribution methods, okay? As you can see at the top of your screen, we've got a stream stats leaderboard in effect. This is going to track things such as how many subs we have on the channel, and the current top cheerer and top tipper of the day. I'll be manually updating that over the course of today's stream to make sure that those who are the top contributors get extra recognition, all right? In addition to that, we are doing a sub goal this month, and with 2 new releases this week, I get the feeling we are going to see a dramatic increase in the amount of subs that we get. The sub goal is, if we hit 600 subs, I'll be doing a Viewer's Choice special event. This means that everyone, not just patrons or subs, but everyone will be able to nominate and vote on a game for me to play as a special playthrough coming up later this year, all right? Traditionally, when I do this kind of event, I've only put the power in the hands of the patrons, but this time around, I wanted to put it in the hands of everyone, so this way it appeals to everyone who subs, right? So please consider subscribing. We've still got a ways to go in the next week to week and a half, but I think we could hit it. I really firmly believe we could do it with the new releases coming out. We're going to see a lot of people coming back to stream who haven't been here for a while. Subscribing gives you many benefits, including not only access to all of my amazing emotes, over 30 of them now that exist, but also you don't have to watch advertisements when I take ad breaks, and you get a cool chat crown badge that shows how long you've been a supporter, which is really awesome. All right, so please consider subbing, and thanks to anyone who does. We now have a new cheering leaderboard that has updated overnight. What that means is that overnight on Sunday nights, Twitch resets this leaderboard. So ample opportunity if you want to get up on this cheering leaderboard and get some recognition for being a top cheerer of the week. Today is the day to cheer for sure, because the cheering amounts are very, very low right now. Okay, so good opportunity to get up there on the leaderboard. Fair enough? All right, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that I want to cover before we start. I guess what I'll say is this, just to clarify, any contribution method is much appreciated, and although it is appreciated, it's not mandatory, all right? I am happy to just have people come out and hang out with me and have fun on streams. However, the whole reason that I'm able to do this for a living is because you guys contribute. So understand that, and thanks to anyone who can and does. All right, I guess what we're going to do is some shout-outs for those who have contributed and go from there. So overnight, we actually had a couple cheers from Golden Colts. So I want to give a big shout-out to Golden Colts. Thank you very much, Golden Colts. Appreciate that. Pack of Wild Chimps did a 100-bit cheer and says, "Oh, I recently got out of jail for robbery. It was an accident." Yes. Congrats on the wedding. And no, I don't accept visitors. He asked if we live near me, can I visit? No, you can't. Don't accept public visitors. Sorry. One of the reasons why I live in a private community, so people can't just come by and try to mess with me, because sadly they would. If I was on a public street, I know they would. Okay. Dude Frozen. Subscribe to the channel for the 9th month in a row. And Dude Frozen says, "Another month. Can't wait for this week's new releases. I hope Days Gone turns out to be good." Hold on, because I'm going to reload my screen because apparently it did not update properly. No, it did. Oh my god. Reload again. It did not update properly here. There we go. Yeah, this thing was all screwed up. Alright, I got it updated. Okay. So yeah, so Dude Frozen resub for 9 months in a row. He says, "Can't wait for this week's new releases. I hope Days Gone turns out to be good." I hope so too. I mean, Days Gone is a game that now, I think the first time we saw it at E3 was like over 3 years ago. And it just looked like an interesting game with an interesting premise and a good story. But I hope that translates into a good game, because you never know. And, you know, you hear mixed bag opinions and you hear early takes on the game. I just hope the game plays well. It's already been delayed multiple times, so I hope it plays well. I hope it ends up being fun and something different and variety-wise, rather than another one of these games that was hyped for so long, you go to play it and it's very disappointing. I hope not. All right, I wanted it to be a good game. So, all right, Polish Andy, 325, did a 200-bit cheer. He says, "Happy Easter, Phil. I'm spending my holiday in rural New Zealand." Well, thank you very much, Polish Andy. Easter is over here in the United States, and I didn't really celebrate at all because I was busy working, streaming. Kat as well was working all day long. So we basically didn't get to celebrate Easter whatsoever. I called my parents, and my dad goes, "Oh, the whole house smells like oil because your mom is making kush chickies." I said, "What the hell are kush chickies?" And my dad goes, "Oh, that's right. You probably don't even know what they are. I don't think she ever made them when you lived with us." I was like, "What?" So I lived with you so that from the day I was born until, my mid-20s, and you're telling me you never made kush chickies, that whole time. And he's like, "Oh, no, I think your mom made them because her dad liked them. And her dad had passed away when I was just a toddler. So when he passed away, she stopped making them. But now she's making them again." I was like, huh? So apparently, for those who don't know, kush chickies are, I guess, this Polish, dessert. What it is some kind of fried dough that's, formed into, a bow tie. And you put powdered sugar on it after it's fried up, I guess. I don't know. I couldn't tell you because I never had one. But this is how my dad described it to me. And apparently this was an Easter tradition. My parents had 3 Easter traditions. Well, I take it back, 4. First of all, when we were kids, I would color eggs. We would boil eggs and color them. Number 2, there'd be an Easter egg hunt around the house where Easter morning, my parents would hide eggs around the house, and my cousin and I would look for them. And there'd be, candy inside of them or some money. And then there'd be Easter baskets that they would make for us that would have, candy and stuff in them. Big chocolate bunny or Cadbury's eggs or something like that. Number 3, my parents would do something called the Easter plate. What they would do is take various ingredients, including hard salami, prosciutto, which is a salty Italian meat, some kind of cheese. I always thought it was cottage cheese, but apparently my mom says it wasn't cottage cheese. It was something else, some kind of other cheese, and hard-boiled eggs. And a lot of the times the hard-boiled egg would be the eggs that we colored for Easter. Well, we would chop these up into rectangular pieces and stack them in a plate design that was like a circle. So it was really cool. It looked fun. It looked like an art almost. But what you would do is you would just go and eat it. You would eat a piece of it, as a snack all day long. This would be your food for Easter day. You just go there and eat this. Because, by the way, Easter is the end of Lent, which means you can eat meat again. A lot of people completely sacrifice meat during Lent and don't eat any red meat. So now you can eat the salami, you can eat the prosciutto, you can eat all this. So it was really good. And I haven't had it since I was a kid. But that was one of our traditions that we used to do. And then the last tradition was spaghetti cake, which I talked about and people freak out whenever I talk about it. So my mom would boil a pound of spaghetti. Then she would cover it in cinnamon and sugar and other ingredients like an eggy, almost tapioca-like consistency, and put it inside of a brownie pan and bake it in the oven and then cut it into cubes. And it was called Easter spaghetti cake. And people freak out whenever I say this sounds disgusting. I don't know. I don't know about that. I mean, I had it and I thought it was all right. I never really loved it, but my dad apparently liked it a lot, and my mom liked it a lot too. I guess it was a family tradition, Easter spaghetti cake. So those are the family traditions around Easter. So now I hear about my mom making kush chickies for Easter. I'm like, what the hell is this? I want to know what these are. I never had one. Now I want to try one. Of course, I'm never going to get one. God damn it, Mom. Why couldn't you make these when I was there? So anyway, that was, my Easter was spent, working all day. And, I wish I could have celebrated, but, as you get older, it just becomes another day. Kind of like my birthday. My birthday was just a day I streamed all day. And then I was off to Connecticut, so I didn't really celebrate my birthday this year or anything. Well, it is what it is, I guess. All right, continuing on. Shout out to Joker796, who subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much, Joker, for the sub. I appreciate that. Shout out to... Oh, my God. It's locking up. What is going on? My laptop is having issues today. I apologize, guys. I think I got to refresh this again. Oh my God, stop. Okay, refreshing, that's it. I'm refreshing everything. I can't take it. Everything's completely locked up. Alright, here we go. Jeez, sorry about that, guys. I told you, some days my laptop's great, and some days it just doesn't want to do anything. And today's one of those days. It's just not agreeing with me. Okay. Shout out to Bloodborne Now, who subscribed to the channel for 7 months and says midnight release isn't needed. I kind of agree with you. Like I said, there was a time when midnight releases made perfect sense. When I was one of the few people who went out to GameStop, grabbed the game at midnight, flew home, popped it in my console, played, recorded, and I had those videos up right away, early. You know, I was one of the very few people who would have gameplay footage overnight on release night, and people would come to my channel and flock in droves to see it right away. Then, like I said, when game publishers started giving out early copies of these games to their preferred streamers and preferred content creators, preferred influencers. My God, that term influencer pisses me off. So you're not a gamer, you're an influencer. You don't play games to enjoy them or because it's your passion, it's your hobby. You play games to get paid to influence people. Wow, that's a really great fucking practice in the modern era, isn't it? But anyway, I digress because it just pisses me the fuck off. You know, there's no... What's the advantage of me playing the game at midnight anymore? In reality, all it's going to be is I'm tired because I streamed all day. So I'm already tired from streaming all day. So I can't really enjoy the full effect of streaming at midnight. And it negatively affects my whole next day of streaming because now I'm not going to get enough rest. You know what I mean? So... That's why, really, I just don't think there's a place for the midnight streams anymore. The only case I would really consider doing a midnight stream is if there's a game that I am so hyped for, okay? Like, I'm really fucking hyped for it. I'm incredibly excited for it. And I'm just pumped and amped for it. And I want to play it at the very first moment that I absolutely can. There's been very few games in, like, the last 5 years that have really made me feel that way. I'd say probably like Fallout 4 was one of them. But outside of that, like I couldn't even tell you, you know. I'd say Street Fighter 5 because I was so hyped for it until I started playing the betas, and the betas were so bad, and then the game ended up being a piece of fucking donkey shit. So, you see what I mean? Like the games that I get hyped for ended up not being as good, which sucks, but I don't know. I don't even know the next game that I would play and be that hyped for. Maybe the next Elder Scrolls, whenever that comes out, something like that maybe. But I just don't really get that hype anymore. In fact, I find it a better practice to not get overhyped at games, because I think if you get overhyped at games, then when you play them, you have this over demanding expectation of what that game was supposed to be. Plus, it kind of skews the way that you see that game. If I play a game with no expectations and I play it at face value on release day versus I play it at midnight and I'm super overhyped for the game, see what I mean? It could give you a different perspective. So, I honestly think that, you know, in the modern era, doing these crazy midnight releases and everything isn't working out that well. But, by the way, I did do a couple midnight releases last year, and they didn't turn out very well. When I actually did the games with these late night release streams, I didn't even get that many people on the streams anymore. So I think what it is people are now used to my schedule. They're used to the set times when they know I'm going to be here streaming, and they want to be here for those times. And to go out of the way to do a midnight release, especially the thing is a lot of people now can get the games digitally at midnight versus it used to be a hassle. You had to go to the physical store to pick it up and come home. Now you get it immediately at midnight. You pre-ordered, it's preloaded, it's ready to go. So people just want to play. And if you want to play when the game comes out, you don't want to also watch someone stream at the same time you're playing. You see what I mean? It's a different experience. It really is. It's a very different experience now than it used to be. And I get that. You know, you got to change with the times. And I think that at this point, you know, the midnight releases are kind of a moot point and not really effective anymore. So, all right. Shout out to Rob. Rob tipped me $5. Thank you very much, Rob. He says, I hope I speak for most of us when I say that we're grateful for you as you are for us. Well, Rob, I thank you for that sentiment. I really do. Because, you know, even though I love what I do, it certainly hasn't been easy. With the highs and lows, the ups and downs, and all the things that I put up with on a daily basis, the trolling, the harassment that both myself and my family get on a daily basis, by the way. It's not just me that's affected. It's my family members and everyone who gets harassed because of these assholes, you know. And all the shit that I'm in, you know, financially and everything behind the scenes that weighs down on me. But I still strive to keep doing this and to persevere as long as I can. I know eventually I won't be able to do it forever, but, you know, for now, I really want to keep doing it. And you know, until I can find a natural way to get a little bit out of the situation I'm in and maybe transition into something else. That's a more steady job. But for now, you know, I love doing it. So, you know, having this fun medium to interact with you guys on a daily basis and share my honest thoughts on things on a daily basis and just have fun, is a cool thing. So thank you, Rob, for the $5 tip, first of all. Thank you for that sentiment. You're certainly not the only person over the years who said that. I mean, I'm not even kidding. Probably thousands of people from the very beginning have contacted me and said, Phil, thank you so much. You know, something happened bad in my life and I watched your videos or streams and it cheered me up. Or, you know, I appreciate that you really put in the hard work to do the cover of the new releases and then go back and you can play a retro game. You're kind of a jack of all trades. And we really like that about you, that you don't change. That if you watched Phil in 2010 versus Phil in 2019, it's the same guy. Now, yes, I may have toned myself down in the over extreme things that I say when it comes to racist jokes and when it comes to things, you know, that I used to say that were kind of unbridled over on YouTube. And now it's kind of like I got to, you know, basically be a lot more PC in the modern era. But outside of that, I'm still the same guy. I'm still the same honest guy. I share my honest feelings with you. I don't sell out, you know, all these things that people tune in for that I've been true to myself over the years, you know. It's been an awesome ride. So thank you for that support, Rob, and I appreciate it. Okay. Positive Vibes, tip me $1. Says, thanks for keeping things positive. On that note, what's the thing trolls get wrong about you, and what's your thing you get wrong about trolls? I don't know, because the bottom line is I try not to pay attention to them. I would say about 99% of the stuff they say about me is false. What it is based on a nugget of truth or something that happened at one point in the past, and they try to spin it into something that's like forever. In reality, the reason that most people dislike me is because of misinformation and having a very immature mindset, thinking that the world is black and white. I don't believe the world is black and white, and I think that over the years I've become a lot more of a mature person that understands that things are not absolute, things are not black and white, and that, you know, everything changes over time, and you got to change and adapt, and, you know, it is what it is, but that's not how these people think. They have these immature, very puerile, very childish mindsets of the way that the world works, and they think that things are funny that are not. Anyone who's mature would know that these things are not funny and they hurt people. And, you know, that's what's messed up about these people, you know. And the bottom line is, before the internet era, they didn't exist. These people couldn't even exist because there was no method for them to do this kind of toxicity anonymously across the planet. But now there is, and now there's a whole new era we gotta fucking live with, right? But I couldn't tell you about, you know, things I get wrong about trolls, because I don't know. I don't pay attention to them. All I know is how they affect me. That's the truth. I don't know much about them. All I know is how they negatively affect me. And boy, have they negatively affected me over the years. So, all right, Polish Andy Cheers. What is your opinion of Andrew Yang or universal basic income in general? I have no idea. I don't know nothing about it. I'm not getting into politics. L. Saturn has subscribed for 3 months in a row and says, Phil is a good man. All right, well, thank you, L. Saturn. I appreciate that very much. I want to say thanks to everyone who contributed so far. Let me actually just check on sub count and see if it's changed. I don't know if it has, but just for the hell of it. 494. Nope, we're at the same exact sub count. Excuse me. I felt that one coming for a while. It finally came out. Excuse me. Very briefly, I could give you the shout-outs for cheers because we only got 3 people on the leaderboard. You got a tie between Golden Colts and Pack of Wild Chimps for second, and in first place, Polish Andy. There you go. All right, everyone. So, I think that is it. I think what we're going to do is we're going to end the pre-stream here, and I'm going to run and probably use the restroom quickly. Oh, man. I gotta wake up. And you know what? I'll boot up the Wii U here. Because I got to boot it up because I leave it off on pre-stream because it's the weird atmospheric sound in the background. It really is weird. The music on the Wii U. So let's get this sucker booted. There we go. Oh, booting it up. All right, so let's very quickly take a break. Very short break for me to just use the restroom, and then we're going to begin more Donkey Kong Country 3. Okay, everybody? All right, I'll be right back. All right, everybody, I'm back. Frog's playing golf. Cheerdy says, if we hit 600 subs, can you play Frogger? Sure. We'll find a way and we'll play Frogger. How about that? If we hit 600 subs this month, I promise you I will play Frogger. How about that? I'll find a way to play it. Whether we emulate it or we buy some kind of a modern remaster, I'll play Frogger for you. There you go. There you go. Okay. Let's get ready here. Let's get ready for more. My hair is puffy today. Very puffy. I washed it last night, so now it's all puffed up. That's alright. The headphones hold it down anyway. Okay. Controller on? No. Controller on now? Yes. Yes. Everyone now saying start subbing. That's right. If you want to see Frogger, start subbing. Actually, I like Frogger. I played it on Atari. I had it on my Atari. Back in the day, I actually really enjoyed Frogger. I thought it was a really good game. I did. Alright, so here we are, Demolition Drain Pipe. Yep, this is the new stage. We just done Bazooka's Barracks, and we're going to start Demolition Drain Pipe, right? Oh, shout out to Iceman, who has resubscribed for 10 months. Thank you, Iceman, for a 10-month resub. I appreciate that. Very nice. And Firm High 5 also resub for 2 months. Thank you very much, Firm High 5. Alright. And to all the silly people who for some reason thought I didn't save the game, and were saying all on last night's stream and during pre-stream that I was going to have a Brood Awakening today when I booted the game up, you're wrong. Because look, I'm resuming and I did save the game. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Alright, are we ready? Alright. Oh, why am I started recording already? Oops.